Hey, good evening. Welcome to the bridge call. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. It's really good to see all of you today. We got a nice crowd today.
Yeah, and they're
Nice.
all hiding.
They're all.
'Cause
How
they
was
think we're going to
the
call on
holiday
them or
weekend
something.
for those that honor the holiday weekend?
Yeah, how was everybody's weekend? Yeah,
Great, great, very good.
very good.
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, it was
went
a
to
good
see
time.
Sally for Thanksgiving lunch.
Mm-hmm.
We had a real Thanksgiving because our daughter was able to get out of Israel.
Wow,
Ah,
that's
Good.
Oh my
wonderful.
God.
She
And she's
was,
nice and safe now.
thank God, she was vacationing in Tel Aviv, try to get out there on Saturday, the first day of the war, and
Wow.
and she booked a flight to get out to Rome. There was no flights to Canada. Get a
Wow.
and and as she was supposed to go, like they called her from the airport, "Are you coming?" She said, "I can't," because the buildings next to her were being bombed. She was in a bomb shelter, like room in the apartment where she was staying.
Wow.
Here to get out, but she was able to get another flight early in the morning, uh, Sunday early morning to Paris, and then she flew to here next day. And today she drove back
Wow.
to where she lives in New Jersey.
Very good.
So our weekend was, I mean, Thanksgiving was a real Thanksgiving because she came back here.
Yes.
She came here on Monday.
I
Wow.
I can't I can't see who's speaking. Who is this?
Daniela.
Oh,
Daniela.
Daniela. Okay. Oh my
Mm.
gosh. Oh,
Wow. That's wonderful.
what
I
a
have no
wonderful.
connection to my on-call.
What's interesting for this group is that she had like a month and a half vacation basically. So she was here for a few weeks from New York, New Jersey,
Mhm.
and then she said she wanted to go for this 8-day holiday. She wanted to either to Miami or Panama. Back and forth for days. She was like, couldn't make up her mind. And all of a sudden, on a Thursday, almost 2 weeks ago, she says, Thursday morning, she says, I'm going to go to Israel. I have lots of friends who went there. It's going to be great. I'm going. Who knows when I can go again? And within a few hours, she was on a flight. And I say, like, we think that we make decisions, our choices. It's like there's something higher that like plants this in our heads.
Yeah.
And she ended up, experiencing this thing, which really freaked her out because we had lived there. She grew up there since the age of a year and a half, um,
Wow.
until, for 8 years. But so we were there during the Intifada. She has memories of stuff. But this, like, now at age 30, like, it just gave her a whole new way of looking at life. So I think the soul wanted her to experience that, to be jolted into the next level of perception.
Yes. That
And
makes
that's what's
perfect
going
sense.
on these days. I mean, all over, like in so many ways, right? We're all going through a process, one way or
Huge,
another, we're going through a
huge
process.
process in a very short period of time, too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting times. And really, in these times, it's, for me, they're very exciting because I'm seeing the planet change and morph, and I can feel the energies. But I mean, for many people, they're distraught, they're stressed, they're having a horrible time. Some people, and it's sad, it's really sad. So
Yeah, it
we
was an
should say
interesting call you put me on yesterday with your friend there, Danny.
yes.
Danny was trying for years to, help her along and help her make the right decisions for herself, but she was just
Wasn't
looping.
listening.
And then Danny put me on a call, so we had a three-way call. And sometimes the information needs to come from a woman, a mom, different
Yeah.
perspective, different way of delivering the information. And she was like, oh, this is coming from another galaxy and da da da. And I'm like, yeah, whether it is or not, like you still got to deal with what's going on right now, right here in front of you,
That's
which was
right.
not a very good situation. So it's like, you got to get this handled like right now for you today. whether it's coming from another galaxy or not.
Yeah.
So we had to bring her right back down into right here, right now, because we're still boots on the ground. We haven't like left our bodies.
We don't have our wings yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we look at you like we need whoever is able to support each other. I think, I mean, we've been going through that in the last few years with the pandemic. I'm sure everybody on the call here has been able to support other people.
Yeah.
Keep them from wavering, keep them strong, give them perspective, and mind the gold out of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just recently I had a really good encounter with a couple of women that I met. I met one woman years ago, and I bumped into her again last Saturday, and I haven't seen her a while. It was like so good to catch up with her. And then another woman I met just recently. Well, anyways, there was a dinner gathering, so I end up going. But the thing was a little out of my budget. I'm like, ooh, that's a little out of my budget. I'm going to pass. She's like, nope, I'm paying for you. You're coming. And I'm like, what? What is happening?
Nice.
So it was almost like I was witnessing the thing. And then my higher self said, just say yes. I'm like, okay. Right. And then I end up showing up to the dinner. I'm in front of this woman I met a month ago. Her mom died. And then she's talking about how her mom just passed, the funeral, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I'm connected with the mom and all the work that she was doing energetically. Next thing you know, her mom comes through me. My whole body just goosebumped right out. Like the vibration of it was so fast, right? I lost the feelings in my legs. I'm like, I can't even feel my legs right now. I'm vibrating so fast. And the love that came through, and there I am at this dinner table. I've met this woman one other time, and now she's getting to know who I really am. And I'm almost crying because the love that was coming through. And then the woman I hadn't seen in years, she's having dreams of spaceships coming down. And then she's like, finally, you're here. Let's get on with it. And she knows she's connected to other aliens. I was like, okay, I was totally meant to be here, And it's just like doing what's in front of you. Like, even though to the ego, it could be embarrassing or beneath you or whatever, like you have to always observe and be in present time to just go, oh, what am I supposed to be doing here? And then listen or feel, right, as to what the next move is. So
well, you were of service.
Yeah, I was observant. Yeah, it was really beautiful.
And we do that with little things like this. We help others who don't quite understand, who need to hear this information.
Yeah.
Right? As bizarre as it is.
It's like, I haven't seen this woman in years. She's paying for my dinner. I'm going to this thing. It's like, okay. And I live here. I had to go up to the top end of the city to meet them, to come back down to this part where the restaurant was. I'm like, I could just stay there. Anyways.
Exactly.
I want to acknowledge the fact that there is a lot of stuff going on the planet, and there are a lot of casualties happening right now. Like, even though there's a lot of great things going on, I just want to acknowledge and be present to the fact that there's a lot of people going through some really heavy duty stuff. So I just want to put in our prayers and in our thoughts, sending out a lot of light and love to all these people all over the planet, like flooding and fires and bombing. It's like we still have another, who knows how long, but I know it's going to be intense for the next few months. So let's
may I add something to that?
Yeah.
Sometime I've been getting the message, and the message is, out of chaos comes change. And out of great chaos comes great change.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to understand how the whole system is working, where it will be very turbulent for many people. It'll be a rough ride. It really will.
Uh-huh.
And to help for us to rise above it and not live in fear. Definitely have no fear. We gotta let that go. It's not constructive.
Right.
So anyway,
So can we all come together here and create an opening circle, a circle of safety, trust, and high frequency?
mhm,
And Danny, would you like to open it up?
I would. I'm already feeling the energy.
So if everybody can just maybe close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and center yourself as we bring in all our higher beings to assist.
As we live in our hearts and we feel this heartfelt energy, we thank all the beings of light that are around us, whether they be a guide, an angel, or some other beautiful being of light, for being around us here today and surrounding us and supporting us through all of this and bringing us the peace and that calm that we need at these turbulent times. We are so grateful for your light. We are so grateful for your love and all the guidance that is being showered upon us at this time. Thank you for what you do for us and with us. We are very grateful to have all of you around us and to protect us also as we go through our life here every single day. We are so grateful for your protection and your light and your love. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Shall we talk a little bit about timelines?
Yeah, so you got a great topic tonight, and it would be really great if people can also got any questions or want anything done, we can do some work there too.
Yes, by all means, if you have any questions. So if we understand this correctly, and I mean, I get the visions of this, that there's multiple timelines playing out here right now on this planet. And every timeline has a different result. I mean, destination. We'll use the word destination. And I feel that they're all fighting for position. I see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, all these different timelines. And so I sat down and I channeled. I wanted to know more about timelines and what's really going on right now. So I have we have a greater understanding. And I'd like to read that to you today. So are there any questions about timelines before we start?
Can you
Anything?
explain what timeline is? What is it based on?
Oh, what is timelines, Danny?
So as they channeled it to me, they call it possibilities or outcomes. So, when we go through our life, we have many areas where we can change. Are we going to get married? Are we going to stay single? Are we going to move to another country? So I think of those as different timelines, different possibilities that we pick and choose to be in. And so we have many timelines running on the planet. Do you want to stay in this 3D? Do you want to stay in this density, this negativity, this war? Do you want to move up to a different timeline where there's actual peace and harmony and we all work together as one? What timeline do you want? What reality, if you want to call it, or what reality do you want to choose? Because we do have the choice, and we're at this crucial time in history where all these timelines are here and ready. Which one do you want to go on? And that's what this channeling is going to explain a bit about. Does that make sense? Manon?
Yes, thank you. And my next question is that if we can choose, why would we choose a timeline that's yucky?
Well, they're going to explain that too.
Okay.
And my understanding is I've known for some, and remember, everything's vibration, everything's energy. So you're going to vibrate to the vibration of that timeline because you'll be a perfect match.
Okay.
And so say it is a bit what we would call a bad timeline. It's like what we're going through here. Say you choose to stay here on this three-dimensional plane where you have psychopaths running the planet, there's war, there's, you know, all this stuff. For those that aren't ready, who aren't evolved enough and their vibration isn't high enough, they're going to have to stay here. And it is, it's not a good thing, a bad thing, it just is, because they're just not ready. And you
Wow.
have to go to the timeline that you choose, that you're vibrationally ready for.
Wow, great explanation. Thank you.
Right? So I'm going to read that for you now. I hope you guys can hear me well.
So what is it that you're reading to us, Danny? Like, how did you get this reading and everything?
Yeah, so I did a channeling. It was on my mind for a while. And so this channeling, I did automatic writing. When I do an automatic writing, I get a lot of information. It comes in really nice and clear instead of doing a trance channeling. So this is called automatic writing. And I really wanted to know more about the timelines and what's going on right now. And they have a really good explanation. I really like it. That's why I feel it's a good one to read to all of you. Okay. So my question to Spirit was, can you please tell me what is happening with the timelines and where are we at and what's coming in the future, if you can let us know? So this was their answer. They said, timelines are just another way of saying different possibilities. Many outcomes are possible and are running all at the same time. The possibility or choice to be in is a decision each of you make at a soul and evolutionary level. In other words, you are where you are supposed to be. It is your choice. These timelines are moving forward to a crescendo, a final resting place, so to speak, where you as an individual will live in. Possibilities are many, as are the timelines, when different results will occur, or different results will occur. Some timelines will keep some of you at this current chaotic junction for many years to come. Some timelines will be much different in what is happening now, a time of peace, a time of unity without fear and destruction. Many of you will have to stay at this lower or denser timeline to learn your lessons and to evolve to a level of understanding and truth, for you are not ready for a higher possibility. For others who have done the work and raised their vibration, they will have a timeline of higher vibration where you will have a more pleasant, more spiritual experience. Again, you will go to the timeline you vibrate to. As these timelines merge, times will get more difficult for those of a lower vibration, as they are forced to face their fears and learn their life lessons. There is only one timeline that will take you to your final destination. Much chaos is happening on Earth as the timelines are literally fighting for position. This can be observed in your Mandela effect, as things are changing from your past memories of certain things and people. Different realities are presenting themselves at this time, and you will have an opportunity to be a part of it. It is all good. Everything is as it should be. As these timelines come into your consciousness, you will feel and know your place in that timeline. Be aware and conscious of all things around you and within you as you move forward in your new reality. This is your divine path. This is your destiny. This is your soul's path, and so it is. Wonderful way of saying it, wasn't it? Is there any
Yes, very powerful.
And this is where we're going. So I feel that, say someone is aiming for a lower density timeline, they still have a chance to rise to a climber, to a higher vibration if they open up, be aware, be enlightened, open up their hearts. There's still chance for everyone to jump on the wagon to the higher dimension, but they don't see it. I don't see it either. Many are just not ready for that higher timeline. It's that simple. And most of us light workers have known this for many, many years. Only those that are ready will go to the fifth dimension. And so we need to think of it not as a bad thing. It's just, you're just not ready, right? And so this could be your family members. It could be your spouse. It could be siblings. It could be your best friends that are not going to be on the same timeline as you.
Yeah, but I
Right.
believe that, and do we have choice? Like Mena was saying, like, well, why would we choose this? There's quite a bit at play when we're running on the timeline that we're on. Why are we here in this country? Why are we not there in that country? And, what did we experience? Why do I need to experience this? Or how come I can't move out of this state that I'm in? Or why can't I create? Or, there's all these questions, right?
Certainly
And
is.
and every timeline has and it's not even a timeline because there's many experiences in every timeline. And every experience has a vibration.
Yes.
And you are your own vortex. You are your own portal. So you are the one bringing in and releasing. So why would you want to bring in the experiences that you're bringing in or attracting? Because in order for you to be attracted to that, it has to be a vibrational match. Because if the experience was up here, or if the incident was vibrating here and you're only here, it's going to go right past you. Like you won't even see it. Or say somebody who was really angry and you were up here and they were like, trying to get at you or whatever, they won't. It's like a total different frequency. So do we have choices? Well, there's a lot more at play when it comes to why we are here and why we're not there. Like, why am I in Canada and not in another country right now? Because whatever I was going through at the time completed. And then it was time to move on to a different part in order to do what I needed to do in another place with different people.
And I feel that our higher self or our soul actually chooses where we go, when we go, and who we meet. It's all orchestrated by our higher self. And we can think, well, how am I here? Why am I in such what you would think is a bad situation? Your soul agreed to have you there. You agreed to all of this.
I always look at it as, have you ever played sports? Has anybody ever played on a sport team? So you have on a team, there's different positions. So you're playing, there's the guy playing first base, second base, third base, but the first baseman's not playing the third baseman's position. And they have different obligations than what the first baseman has. And then there's the coach. The coach has to know what's happening at first, second, third, middle, outfield, catcher. So he's overseeing the whole team, right? So if he says, first baseman, stand 5 feet to the right, like he's overseeing everything. So you just do what you're told and stand 5 feet to the right. And guess what? The ball goes there and you're able to make the play. Well, that's basically how oversouls and higher self and higher beings, and that's a kind of funny word. I think that's going to get finished. I think we're going to finish saying that soon, these higher beings, right? Because we also are the higher being.
Yes, we are.
So they can oversee all the timelines, all the experiences that you and I individually need to experience in order to get to the next step, to go to where we need to go next, in order to create and bring whatever to the table. So it's like, hey, coach, like, and you're anxiously on the bench wanting to get in the game. But you got to be careful what you're asking for too. Because it's like, oh, you ready? Okay, we'll put you in. Next thing you know, you're getting the ball like slamming at you. It's like, oh, what's happening? It's like, so are you ready? Right.
That's right.
But you practiced all year for this. So it's okay. It's okay to go in and play in the game. So I always see it too as a timeline. Like here's your lifeline, and these are all your timelines. All your fingers are your timelines, right? So that you could be like going to this timeline, and all of a sudden, no, we're moving into this timeline because we no longer need this experience anymore. So it's like we come in with a bucket list of all the things that we need to experience, and we're checking off all the stuff. And then there's things that will get automatically taken off and new experiences needing to be put back on because of how you're consciously moving, how you're getting it, how you're not getting it. So the list also adjusts.
Because we are in control.
There's
and
a
do we
lot
want
at
to
play.
learn these lessons? Do we want to evolve?
Yeah.
Or are we going to stick our heels in and stay where we are? Right?
Yeah. So our job is to just be open and allowing. And I was saying yesterday, I think the biggest job that we have right now is to become the best receiver, because we're like antennas right now. And there's so much connection going on from, just all our dimensions plus galactic beings. So so we need to be a really great receiver, a connector, right? So that we can actually hear what's happening, make the adjustments, upgrade. And we got to continually upgrade in order to keep hearing the higher frequencies. So how do we do that is we have to really let go of the dead weight. And it's tricky. It's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go over there. Because we don't do well with change.
And part of that, I've always known letting go of attachments, which is a biggie. Our attachments to a job or a place or a person, that we need to, free ourselves of all of that so we can move forward. Because we're just experiences.
Yeah.
We really are. And I really feel letting go of our attachments is a biggie of moving forward to having the big job or the big house or, all of these things that we think is so important here on this planet when they really aren't. They really aren't. So in many ways, they're an anchor, including people. So it's always on my mind that we need to let go of what doesn't serve us. And that's a hard one to do.
And also I sense that a lot of people are on the move now, right? We're not staying in one place very long because we're either like moving to different countries or vacationing, or I just feel like, and even the poles are shifting and stuff. So that's creating a lot of movement too. So in order to move freely, it's best to be lighter. So to be ready to go moment's notice, right? Another way of getting out of letting go of attachments, like I had a situation happen earlier with a family member that just made my ego go, woo. So what I do when that happens is I call somebody that could be in a worse scenario or have way more stuff going on than just that little incident. So I called my friend Daniela with, connected to the Israel thing and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, here, tell me what's going on in your world. Because it's 10 times bigger than my little ego having a little family member. And that's what I do to snap out of it.
Yeah, like my cousin's house being destroyed by missiles and his next door house where he grew up, totally destroyed. had 10 seconds to get into the reinforced room, and the family was safe, thank God. But he's not doing so great, and they're shaken, very shaken.
I can imagine.
Yeah, get perspective.
Perspective.
I love everything you're saying, Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our lives are so important. Wow.
Yeah.
Very trying time for many people.
And I think the energy, even though there's a lot of chaos, like Danny, you said earlier, the bigger the chaos, the more people come together, right? Like, will there be like craziness with people? Yes, because everybody, like, there's a lot of fear and so much uncertainty. But at the same time, people who are doing the work will come together, you know, and bring more unity and love and strength, but more.
There was a beautiful video, and if anybody wants me to forward it to you, I just caught it this afternoon. And they had camera crews there in one of the houses, and this family were held at gunpoint. This mother and husband and wife, and they were pointing guns at their heads and telling them that later in the day they were going to kill them. And this lovely couple, they must have been around 60 or so, said, the woman said, "What can I do for you? Can I cook you a meal?" This is to a guy who's holding the gun to her. She turned it right around, and one of them had a small wound, and she went over to the man and patched up the wound on his arm. And I thought, boy, this is what we need. Here's a woman being attacked by the Hamas who are threatening to kill her, and she's helping them. She's showing them humanity. It was very touching to watch
Powerful.
what they did. And you know what they did? They didn't harm them. They left. She showed them compassion. She showed them love. And she says, "We're of the same family. Why are we fighting?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is wrong. You know this. You know, we're brothers and sisters."
Mm-hmm.
And that turned the whole situation around. How she turned their minds around, and they calmed down and left them.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful story. Beautiful
Awesome.
video. I thought, wow, this is love in action.
I
Beautiful.
think that's what's happening too for people that are called to have to be these bad guys, are also waking up right in the moment and going, you know what? And then they're aborting the mission. Like they're saying, you know what? I don't want to do this.
Yeah, you know, what is this? This
Yeah.
doesn't serve anybody. We're harming people. There is no reason to fight.
Yeah.
Right? There is
But
no
at the
reason.
same time, it was so many cases when they didn't even listen to people. Whatever they say, they took like how you call it, hostage. They took like 85 years old women, they took kids, they took girls, they burned one woman, and when she started to shake in a fire, they add some gas. In the village, Kfaraza, you know, it was only young people who live there. They gave, the government gave them free houses right on the border with Gaza. And only from young people from 18 to 25 years old lives there. So what happened when the terrorists attack this village, they kill everybody. They find, the soldiers later on find 200 bodies and 40 bodies of kids. And some kids, they cut their heads. You know, that's how they treat them. And 150 people they take with them to use them. I don't know. It's like, you know, a long time ago when my grandma used to live in Ukraine, it was a lot of riots. You know, and it was the same story when people come and they kill Jew only because they Jew, you know. And who could imagine that it's gonna happen right now, like after so many years?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's absolutely terrible.
Is
I don't know.
Well, what were you saying earlier, Daniela, about, you know, like when there's a lot of war in one section is because that part of the planet is loaded in high frequencies, right? And that's
Should
why
bring it
there's
down.
so much, that's why they're so focused on controlling it.
Yeah, there's tremendous portals, especially under the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. It's a very special portal there. And the whole
Wow.
country, like I lived there 8 years and I spent a lot of time outside of those 8 years there too. And the serendipity, the what looks like a coincidence. I mean, it's just so much there that I live with it like it was a force of nature. Like, you know, there's something very powerful there. And I was
Right.
telling Lucy that with all the wars and the attacks and the terror, I mean, it's always, you don't even know all of it. The news doesn't report it all.
Yeah.
The whole country is traumatized and they have hardened, like they're experiencing this with horror and they're crying, but they're also much stronger than we are. But at the same time, statistically, they find that the Israelis, I think, are the happiest people.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's a very special country. There's something there.
Very high energy, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Our prayers are with them, that's for sure.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. I visited, I have a lot of relatives there, and it's interesting that there I could wake up at 5 in the morning, at 6 in the morning, and I feel so energized. Like here, I cannot wake up at 10. And there it was wake up
Yeah.
at 5, at 6. It's that land give you so much energy. It's unbelievable.
See, that's what
Really?
I'm talking about. That's why they're so focused. I mean, they
Mhm.
were the first to go into lockdown, the first with all
Oh,
the
right.
numbers of vaccines. It was just like, what is going on over there?
Mhm.
Because we see it as such a spiritual place, right? And then, of course, it got attacked first. So that's the way it is because they're too powerful. So, and that's how it is for us too. And we're planted all over the planet. There's so many of us all over the planet doing our work.
Right.
And there was a great video I listened to on Next Soul Level with Alex. This woman, actually, she was on Cornelius. She was doing a lot of Cornelius work. Anyway, she was interviewed by Alex and she explains it excellent. I don't know if I put it in the video in the email,
Mhm.
but she's really talking about the ascended master levels. And I mean, it was just like it's a video that you have to listen to again because I mean, I can get a lot of stuff in one video, but even though I got it all, I was just blown away. Like I would have to listen to this a few times.
This was the one with Anne? Anne something?
No, not Ann Tucker. This was somebody else.
Oh, okay. You'll have to send that to all of us.
Yeah, I'll have to put it out, but you know,
Was
when you
it
listen
Blossom?
to no, not Blossom. I believe I put it in the email.
Okay.
Shoot, what the heck was her name? Anyways, she has dark hair.
Okay.
Long, straight, dark hair. It's beyond like walk-in conversations. It's beyond reincarnation, all these things that we talk about. It's like all beyond all that. You know, like when something happens on the planet where it could alter humanity forever, ascended masters, there's many ascended masters that get connected to that specific spot or that point in time to infiltrate themselves to do the work in order to shift humanity to go into the direction it needs to go to expand. So she was mentioning all these times on the planet where, oh yeah, Gandhi was so amazing, or this president, or this person here, this person there. She goes, yeah, do you know how many ascended masters went in on that specific situation in order to shift humanity to make that happen? So
Wow.
the way she was saying it, there's so much at play, right? You're just like, wow. So anyways, she has her higher self. She had a walk-in, and who came in as a walk-in was actually her higher self from the future, became her own walk-in. So she's constantly in the future going back. So she's like moving this way instead of forward. She's going from future to here
Here.
versus here to future. And it's fascinating, fascinating. So it
Yeah,
even
lots of-
gives you a lot of, you know, you wake up to the fact that, you know what, we can't stop this thing. This thing's moving. Like we're going.
the freight train.
We are moving. Like, so you're gonna, if you don't want to let go of your stuff, you're gonna have kick and scream. But guess what? It's inevitable. Like we are going. The train's left,
Mhm.
right? So when you hear these people speaking about that, you're like, wow, like just let it go, give it up,
Yeah,
get over it.
that's right.
Because there's just so much stuff coming.
And
And
allow.
I'm like, and even myself, like I wake up with massive headaches and I'm like, oh, like, you know, when you're like, I don't know, about hungover, if you guys don't understand hungover, but like severe headaches, this part of my face, like completely stuffed. And I'm like, oh
Wow.
my God. So it's just the symptoms.
Ascension symptoms.
Yeah. So, and it's just the upgrades that have to happen. And it just takes you like hours to just like, whoa, straighten out the plates, get it spinning, you know, do the
Pull my hair.
crossovers,
Mhm.
just connect. Oh my God. Even this morning, I wake up, I feel like I'm coming out of a coma, just like, oh, and I'm getting like 7 hours sleep. And I
Wow.
like a lot of dreaming, a lot of dreaming.
Oh, the dreaming. Oh, it's wild.
So
Mm.
I just want to like really drive it home. Like we are in a good place, even though there's all these outside stuff happening. There's so much good,
Good. You're right.
10 times more good happening.
I have to agree. That's why it's easy to stay calm and know that we've got this. We really do.
Yeah.
We really do. It's a
So
very exciting time.
does anybody have anything else they want to share?
I've been having a lot of headaches too.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
past few days.
It's a lot of upgrading. So it's like we're upgrading our operating system in order to better receive. So it's like your body's like
Getting more DNA, more strands of DNA, more light codes.
Yeah.
We gotta do what we need to do to de-stress several times per day, get the stress out of the body.
Yeah.
Deep breathing, whatever it takes, walking in nature, whatever it takes.
And we have to move our neck, do neck exercise, because we sit next to the computer like this. And that's why, you know, we have
That's great.
headaches. We
Yeah,
have to
especially-
move and work, you know, for our posture and for our neck exercises,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah,
blood for blood moving.
that's an excellent point. What I was going to ask is that could it be some of us chose a really difficult lesson to learn? That's why we're experiencing, you know, more difficult situations.
Can be. Can be
She's saying
that.
she chose because I didn't hear quite all of that.
I asked, could it be that at soul level we chose really difficult lessons to learn, and that's why we're having
Yes, I would
difficult
agree.
situation.
Can I comment on that? I was going to say, over the years, I've met dozens and dozens of light workers, easily 50 or 60. And they all have a common thread that they went through hell in this lifetime. They went through very difficult times. And you think, well, if you're of the light, why would we be going through such difficult times? But even on, the light worker on a soul level needs to purge all this stuff out of the system, out of humanity, right? We're facing it, we're dealing with it, and we're moving on. So it is a tough go here. It really is for
Right.
everybody,
Yeah.
for everybody,
Yes.
me included. I had a horrible childhood, horrible childhood.
Mhm.
And so you wonder, well, I chose this.
Right, yeah. What was I thinking?
Yeah, but you know, I've learned the last few years because of the amount of healing that I do for people, that my childhood taught me great compassion for others because I know what it's like to be in emotional pain.
Right.
And I went through it for so many years. So it actually made me a better healer. It really did. Because the more compassionate you are, the more you can do your healing. It's so all the pain and whatever I went through growing up was actually training for me to be a better healer. It really was. It really was.
Yep.
So you have to
Sounds
look at
right.
it backwards, you know, afterwards and say, wow, why did this and this happen to me? When you see in retrospect, you say, oh, I get it. Look at the lesson and look what it's done for me. It made me a much stronger person, and I'm more help to others, right? Taught me so much compassion for others because I know pain.
Yeah.
Does that help answer your question?
Yes, beautiful. Beautifully said.
Can
Yes.
I ask,
Go ahead.
may I ask a question? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hello, is that June?
Oh, yeah. So,
Hi.
hi. I have a question. Now, so many conflict, information about our future. We all know we have a great future, but we have to go through something to get there. So it was about like whole shifting and on the internet, these truthers are talking about near-death experience. So, and I also heard somebody talking, no more pole shifting, no more earth changes, like sea and the mountain, and but today I saw a video. They talk about, yes, it's coming. So I you have those um, timelines. Is that possible? We have some disaster ahead of us, so we just go through. I I don't know. Any idea?
So Danny, did you get that?
No, I didn't hear a lot of it.
So June, were you asking like what kind of timelines are we going to go through in the future?
Yeah, something like that. That it originally it's war scale thing. Then I heard some good thing, no more pole shifting, no more earth change, like or volcanoes, ocean or something different. Now
Turn it up.
recently they're talking again. It's coming back. Said something really bad is coming very soon. I don't know.
Saying you're hearing that there's a lot of bad coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to comment on it, Lucy, or?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm sure I mentioned this some time ago. In 2018, I was channeled a bunch of information talking about this time, and all of it has come true. What they said about the president of the U.S., I was told long before Biden came in that Trump would be kicked out, and there would be no one would know who the true president is. I was told this in 2018. But they also told me that Mother Earth is purging all her pain. And starting this year, we're going to have what's already started. The storms are going to get far worse on this planet. And so it's, some say there's proof that some of it is HARP. You know, the storms, the earthquakes, the fires.
Mhm.
A lot of it really is Mother Earth. She's purging. It's a massive purge of all the pain and suffering that she's had for thousands of years. And so I've been told that the storms are going to get much worse
Oh.
on the planet. And this is not fear mongering. I'm just telling
Yeah.
it as, remember, everything happens the way it's supposed to,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
And
sure.
so they're telling me that to get ready, that storms are going to get much worse all over the world. And I asked about Ontario, what in southern Ontario, what's it going to be like here? And they said, you will have very little. All you will have is the winds. So southern Ontario is a very safe place to be.
Oh.
But this is all in divine order, all of it.
Mhm.
And it's happening the way it's supposed to. And it's a purging of the planet's pain and suffering and negativity. And it's all good. It will be pretty chaotic. And if you want to, if I can say the next step was that the light worker will be taken off planet.
What? Oh, really? Oh, I was going to ask this question because I heard about both. I heard that about network is going to take off the planet, something like that, very close to this.
Yeah.
But then I heard some other virgins say, everybody is going to have a chance. We just go slowly because in the end, it's 2050 is the final deadline. So it still have a long ways to go. So we don't
No, it
need
comes
to
sooner than you
save
think.
anybody. Huh?
So you may know that when I'm on the internet, I'm very guided as to what video. And I
Mhm.
found this video not too long ago of a man who channels. I've never seen him before. So I
Uh-huh.
listened to his channeling, and it was this exact message. He said, the planet is going to get, the storms are going to get much worse, a lot of destruction, but the light worker will be taken off planet in ships within 15 minutes.
Uh,
The
oh,
identical message I got in 2018. And others are getting that too. So the story goes, to finish this, they said, as Mother does all her work and her purging, when
mhm.
everything settles down, we'll all be brought back because we still have work to do.
I see.
So I can imagine when we come back that the earth might not look exactly like it is now. Where there is land, there could be water. Where there is water, there could be land. I'm
Oh,
really,
yeah.
right? I
Mhm.
don't know what to expect when we come back.
I see.
So another
But
thing,
A
when we're
long
living,
time ago, I heard that too, said we will be, network will be take off, and because they can do it within 15 minutes. But then something changed. Nobody talk about that. So, but today, actually, today I watched, they talk about China and Indonesia, Japan, somewhere that place are going to have a lot of earthquakes, something like that, very severe changes.
so
So,
yeah,
Jill, if you
I
listen,
yeah.
also got, Go ahead,
Hang on.
Lucy. Go ahead.
When June, when you listen to this stuff and when you tune into it,
Yeah.
you use your own guidance system, when you tune into this information, how does
Yeah.
it feel to you? Does it resonate or does it feel, I don't think so. So this is where
Oh.
your discernment has to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And are
Yeah.
you going to be part of this, chaos, or, like, ask questions regarding yourself? How is it relevant to you?
Mm-hmm.
Because
So let's go one step further. Go ahead,
there's
Lucy.
tons of
Sorry.
stuff. There's tons of stuff on there. Like, we could be there all day being bombarded with information. Like Danny says, you
yeah.
have to tune in to every video you're listening to. And there's a lot of videos you'll be like, no, 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 stop. Okay, this one, yes. So you have to be very
Yeah,
discerning.
yeah. I only choose several, not watch everything. Too many of those.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, how much are you watching too, right? Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not your
Overwhelming.
receiver.
Yeah,
You're not upgrading the receiver, you're just bombarding the
Yeah.
operating system, and it needs to stop. You need to calm it down in order to
Mhm.
expand it.
Sure.
And it's nothing to fear. It really isn't.
No.
It really isn't.
Yeah. So
Yes, there
never
will be
die.
lots of lives lost, but then on a soul level, they want to leave the planet,
Mhm.
right? And we have
Yeah.
to honor their agreement. They wish to leave.
Mhm.
They really do.
Yeah.
The next few months and couple of years is going to be very interesting. Can you imagine the day that we may be taken up on ships, meeting beautiful star beings? Can you imagine how exciting that would be?
Yeah.
Really, very, very exciting. So I had a vision. They took me to the ship that's I'm going to be on when this happens. And it
Oh,
was so
great.
real. And it was so amazing. The energy of being with these amazing beings. I almost started to cry because the energy was so warm and so loving and supportive. And I
Oh,
thought,
that's great.
what? We have nothing to fear. Where we're going and what's going to happen for us is going to be amazingly beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I-
like that woman that I just saw, I hadn't seen in years. Next thing you know, she's telling me about the dream that the ship came down. And I said, oh, yeah. So how did you react? Was it a good thing? Were you scared? She goes, no. As soon as they arrived, I went, right. Where have you been? Like, it's about time you're here. And I went, okay, let's move on.
Mhm.
And that tells you a lot about the person when they're talking about this stuff and how they're responding. It's like, okay, get in here. We need to talk.
I mean, our future is so bright. Yes, there'll be some turbulence here and there.
Yeah.
Our future is really, really bright. Whether it's 2050 or not, I feel it's way sooner than that, but it depends on a lot of things, right?
Mm.
Depends on a lot of
Yeah.
things.
What
So
year do you
you,
feel? What year do you feel it's gonna happen?
Me,
Yes.
before 2030.
Wow. That soon?
Yep,
Wow.
that's what I feel. Nice to know, right? But being taken off planet is less than a year from now.
What did you say again?
This business, when the storms really get bad and we're going to be taken off planet, is less than a year from now.
Less than a year.
That's what I was told by Lady Diana.
wow.
Let's see what happens, right?
So, yeah, you already know that information. What's your preparation? Do you have yeah, I got that information. Not I'm directly. I don't have that ability. I I heard somebody on the somebody have this ability that she was told to prepare uh, luggage or package, whatever,
Overnight.
What was that word?
and read some
June
luggage.
luggage.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
said
luggage.
overnight bag.
Oh yeah, something like
Sounds
that.
smaller.
And your undies.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, yeah. Have that ready, and 15
Yeah.
minutes you can get that
Yeah.
and go with you. So what you prepared to have that?
It only takes 3 minutes to throw enough food in, or clothing in a bag and take me up, beam me up.
Yeah. I've been packing my knapsack every day for the last 2 years now on the fly.
I saw your suitcases already packed.
Yeah. I know. I arrive, I don't even unpack anymore. I just close them up, move again. Here we
That's
go.
your storage. Yeah.
All right. So anybody else have any burning desire to share something before we send out a lot of love and light to the planet and ourselves, and upgrade our operating systems? Does anybody else want to share anything before we
Mhm.
go do a deep dive in the upgrades?
Mm.
All right. Forever hold
Okay.
your peace. So yeah, I want to really spread out a lot of love and light what's going on. And I think, it's really good when we come together and meditate. It really does help a lot. But the thing is because there's so much going on, we do bring it up. And then the next day it takes a dive a bit. So that's why we have to do many, many group meditations. So if you ever
It
hear,
does help.
if you ever hear of group meditations, just join in, right? And
Mhm.
that's why there's so many of them happening all over the planet at all these different times. I think Jason Shirka has got one coming up, and I know that there's the portal that's coming in on October 14th
14th.
is a very powerful. We got 2 powerful portals coming in this month.
Wow, it's on Sunday.
And these are about helping us move forward. Okay, so again, if you get more headaches, a little tired, a little irritated, just step back. Oh, woo, I am upgrading time right now.
Get grounded, take a shower, walk in nature, whatever it takes.
Yeah, and the ego's like, blah, blah, blah.
Not again.
That doesn't work. What are you talking about? Yeah, but it does. It does.
Okay.
And the biggest job is to do that on an individual basis. That is our biggest job for the planet, for the collective, is
Mhm.
that we're grounded. Because when we're not grounded, we're part of the problem.
There you go. Good stuff.
All right.
Okay.
So did you want to wrap it up, Danny, or you
So
can
this is
start?
going to be a prayer for the planet, for everyone on the planet.
Help upgrade and for the planet.
Upgrades. Okay, we'll do our everyone's upgrades to assist us. We wish to call in all the heavens of light, everything that's here on this third dimensional platform that we are on, Father, Mother, Creator, God, the whole angelic realm of ascended masters. We wish all of you to be here with us today as this group wishes to collectively send prayers and loving and energies of peace to everyone on this planet, to collectively help the planet raise its vibration, to rise up without fear, that they may have a knowing that they are safe, that they have a knowing that this is all in God's hands, that this is all in divine order at this time, to bring some peace and to bring some calm to the masses on this planet, to open their eyes, to open their hearts, at this time, that they may get through this whole situation, this whole shift in consciousness, easier and with peace and with calm at this time. We also ask that the frequencies and the light codes and all the other photons, all the energies coming to this planet, assist all of us in upgrading our operating system, to upgrade our consciousness levels, to upgrade our heart energies and our chakras, to upgrade every aspect of us, our energetic bodies, our etheric bodies, our spiritual bodies, to bring in all these energies and frequencies to raise our vibration to the next step, the next level. We are thankful for all these frequencies and light codes and downloads that are assisting us here at this time, for we are allowing it to happen. We are receptive to it. We thank it for helping us and assisting us on this sacred journey that we came here to experience. For we are the light bearers. We are the light holders. We are here helping the planet on many, many levels, whether physical or spiritual, with the frequencies that we hold. We are assisting in great ways to anchor this light permanently here on this earth plane. Our job is great. Our job is needed here on this earth plane. So as we raise our vibration and we live in our hearts and we connect to source energy, we are helping everyone around us on this planet, including our Mother Earth herself also. And we are so thankful for the heavens assisting us on this journey as we do our part also. And we are forever thankful for all the energies and the support and the love that's showered on all of us each and every day. For we are so grateful as we are all coming together as a one energy. We can heal and we can move forward. And we are so thankful for all of this at this time, for we accept all of this help and energy as manifest right here. And so it is. Wow, that was
So just allow all these frequencies to do what they need to do within your body. If you're needing restoration, restoring, going back to its original blueprint, releasing all old memories out of the cells, bringing more new memories in. Just allow this frequency to do everything that it needs to do, not only today, but moving forward during the week. This frequency is in the ethers now in this moment in time. So you can always call on this bridge call meditation to sort yourself out if you get into a twisted state. Just come back here. Tap back into the frequency. And the vibration and the heat or the coolness that you're feeling in your body right now. Feel yourself vibrating. Feel the vibration. I want to thank everybody that's here tonight, that's here on the replays. Please pass on to your people that weren't able to make it tonight. Oh, that was high. A lot of energy tonight.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Danny.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. I look forward to this every week. It's so good to see all of you. Hi, Tahir.
All right. How are you guys?
Thank you.
Brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
week. Be kind to each other.
Mhm.
And we will see you next week.
And look up, because someday there'll be a spaceship there waiting for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You never know the day where you're all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I can see it right now.
There it is. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Peace.
Okay, have a great week.
Guys, take
Bye.
care.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Namaste.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye now.
Bye.